yet. Does this model work for short form?
It's funny, I think over the last 2.5 to 3 years, we've really come around to the idea that it's not just short form. Like that's not just the change. The change is how are people viewing and discovering content.
Exactly.
And so it's really about mobile and really understanding that I think this year of 60% of the online video viewed on the internet is on mobile. By 2023, 75%. And that's I used to, when we started New Form, say a stat that was like, by 2020, 50% of the world's internet traffic will be mobile, and of that 50% will be mobile, will be video. We're ahead of that statistic now. And so, yes, short form is a big part of that, but I also think it's about the kind of mid form and long form and variable formats and how you discover it. So I think it's really interesting that Netflix announced 15-minute stand-up specials. Netflix's mobile audience was up by 82% in 2017. So like, think about more than just length. Think about pacing and discovery.
For the first time, we're looking at making animated shows based on, very popular properties like Looney Tunes or Batman or the DC Comics library, Tom and Jerry. And, we've been making, half-hour shows, 11-minute shows. And now we're, for the first time ever, and then we would make shorts too. It's like, okay, let's make sure we make TV shows and then make sure they're shorts because kids are consuming shorts because we want them to view the shorts and get back to watch those shows, which also hopefully will drive to consumer products and other stuff. For the first time ever, we are actually taking our biggest libraries and our biggest brands within Time Warner and thinking of not 11-minute episodes or 22-minute episodes, but 1,000 minutes. Like, what would we do with 1,000 minutes of content? Could be a minute, could be 6 minutes, could be 4 minutes, and put that out everywhere because the TV viewing, especially among children, is declining. And so it used to be, so I think short form is still very important because I still think people are watching them in very small spaces. And the fact that someone who's been in TV for as long as I have, and now I'm looking at just completely wrecking that whole format on some of our biggest properties, may sound a little desperate, but it seems like we need to be in front of that because the habits are changing completely.
So a lot of people ask, if you're as successful as Reese Witherspoon, why do you ever have to leave the comfort of traditional television and film? Because clearly she has more than earned a position where she gets to call all her shots creatively there and is able to pursue her passion, which is telling stories with interesting women at the center and really broaden and deepen people's understanding of female identity. So that, I think on the surface, it seems like, oh, this is just a hassle, what's with the digital stuff? But the reality is she's extremely savvy about both how digital consumption is changing how people interact, not only with the content, but with the people who make the content. So if you look at her Instagram today, she's close to about 13 million Instagram followers. And she loves it because it's direct access to her fans in a way that was not possible. And what does that really mean? It really means it's a platform that she can post to once a day and maintain a point of view and relevancy at all times in whatever is going on in the culture. And that is something that traditional platforms don't let you do.